confirmed. Black Ops, mission clock is running.
Mechanics.
Scratch one, Nomad.
Terminated.
Kill.
Friendly UAV inbound.
Ambush asset down. Size available. Ambush asset down.
Mechanical down.
Sniper working.
Mechanical down.
Scout eliminated. UAV overhead.
Establish perimeter at 10,000 feet AGL. Midway, UAV fuel check complete.
Threat neutralized. Neutralized. Effect EKIA.
Friendly UAV inbound.
Effect enemies destroyed.
HCXD inbound. We're winning this fight. UAV inbound.
Scout eliminated. KIA.
We're in the last seconds. Bring this home. Wraith inbound. Friendly UAV inbound. Friendly hater inbound. Black Ops at work. It's a beautiful thing.
All victory conditions met.
Dropped. With these upgrades, you never stood a chance.
Kill confirmed.
Systems online. Power levels at 100%.
Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I want to talk about, honestly, I think it's a pretty big non-controversy, but just really seeing kind of how people online react to this, man. I'm not sure if the people are just like, I don't know, they're trying to get their Twitter impressions up so that they can get some of that Elon revenue, or if they're like actually this mad about this. I really don't know, man, but it's one of those things where it really isn't that deep. You know what I mean? It's really not that big of a deal. But of course, you know how the internet is, man. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what political party you're a part of, what you believe, you know, what your favorite video game console is. There's just always going to be people online who they always have to take something that is on a scale of 1 to 10. It's like a 2 or a 3, maybe. And they got to crank that up to like a 10, bro. It always has to be at the top level, right? So obviously, I guess to start this off here, I'll say, I know a lot of people dislike Donald Trump, and I also know that a lot of people like him, right? He's a very divisive, very polarizing figure. The point of this video is not really to sit here and have a discussion. Hold on, I'm unzipping my jacket. But I'm not here to have a discussion about whether or not, you know, is Donald Trump good or based or bad or whatever, right? The argument is about whether or not the situation here at hand is actually that big of a deal, right? So before we even really get further into the video, I kind of just want to point this out preemptively because everybody also knows this already, but just to, you know, bring it up fresh to mind. A whole big point, I guess, of like Trump fans and like the MAGA movement, whatnot, for the last like 5 years, right, has been about being like this edgy, fringe, we don't give a fuck, in your face, badass, right, mentality. Yeah, man, we're the real Americans. You sissy liberal snowflakes can get the fuck out of our way, because we're here, we ain't queer, and we're ready to take this country back, right? Like, that's what Trump fans have kind of been on, you know? For instance, one of their big mottos since 2019, 2020 has been literally just fuck Joe Biden, okay? FJB. So they put this on signs, they put this on flags. I've seen people with this on like the back of their trucks. Fuck Joe Biden, right? Snowflakes beware, okay? Because the real men who don't get triggered, we're finally here, right? That's been like the macho motto, I guess, of the entire, you know, what, like the Trump movement, I guess, the Trump presidency fan base or whatever. And then, ironically, this entire situation actually revolves around something as just innocuous and simple as 2 middle fingers from somebody that most people don't even know the name of. And this is enough for Bill Burr to be trending on Twitter right now, people to be calling for him to be boycotted, people who are saying that he's a sellout because, I don't know, he didn't stop his wife. She's apparently allowed to have her own political opinions, and she's allowed to do things on her own volition and be her own person. And because I guess Bill Burr didn't step in and stop her from flipping off Trump or whatever behind his back, you know, he's some sissy liberal snowflake now who's gonna quote-unquote get the Bud Light treatment, so... Alright, so that is the clip of the terrorist attack that happened last night at the Trump event where, Bill Burr's wife committed the horrific Al-Qaeda move of flipping off the former president behind his back. And in that moment, the entire world froze in place. Everybody stopped, stared down at their phone, and then someone would have the gumption, the audacity to flip off President Trump. So you probably are thinking, right, like, oh, Optimus just fucking defended this, right, because he's some sort of liberal snowflake. No, actually, I don't care about this because I actually believe in free speech. Which is hilarious because, once again, this has been like the conservative talking point or whatever for all this time, right, is, well, we actually believe in free speech. We don't want people to have to shut the fuck up because of their opinions. People should be allowed to say what they want. And then when someone says what they want and they don't like it, yeah, once again, people are trending fucking Bill Burr on Twitter. And just to point out, obviously, he's not even the one who did it, right? He's just sitting there. His wife does it, you know? Like, people are acting as like, what the fuck was Bill Burr supposed to do, is what I'm really confused about. Because people are saying that he allowed this to happen, that he didn't stand up for himself, that, you know, just just wild shit, right? As if, like, his wife, like, stood on top of his shoulders and did this or something. I don't really know, right? But I don't really know what he was supposed to do. I don't know. I mean, he should have, if anything, stood up, picked her up out of the seat. He should have body slammed her on the concrete for flipping off Trump. You don't ever disrespect the former president like that, man. This is coming from the same side of the political aisle that when Obama was president, they spent the entire presidency calling him racial slurs, doubting his citizenship status, saying he was born in Kenya, calling him a fucking terrorist. When Biden is in office, right? Fuck Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Buddy can't even sit on a bike. Chocolate chip ice cream. Corn pop. And don't get me wrong, right? Like, I understand the critiques. I understand the criticism. It's funny to shit on Biden. It's funny to shit on Obama. I get it, right? But it's pretty ironic that the people who for the last decade have been championing about how they're really about free speech and they're really about being hardcore and edgy and standing up to the fucking establishment are all now losing their collective minds because someone they don't know the name of flipped off the president. Now, I'll just come out and say this. I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's an issue. I actually believe in the First Amendment, right? I believe that people have the right to flip off the former president or the future president or the cops or ATF. It doesn't fucking matter, right? Nothing happened, okay? But once again, people are like losing their fucking minds. I mean, it just, like, none of the whole fucking thing makes any sense. Let's go ahead. I got some examples we're going to take a look at here, right? You know, I wasn't just coming at you guys with nothing here, right? So Trump walks into the UFC match last night. The crowd goes wild. He sits in front of white, quote, comedian Bill Burr and his black wife, Mia Hill.
Crazy rhythm cup. The chaotic rhythm adventure. Puzzles. Music. Weird things. Super crazy rhythm castle. Out now.
Let's talk about riding a mountain bike. Let's talk about looking for the flow. Using your imagination and being creative. Looking for new trails and new opportunities. Let's talk about expectations. About putting down an effort. Moving the bike uphill, lifting over rocks, carrying it across the river, helping your friends.
You have to pedal to get through it. Yeah. I went for it.
Move the bike further into the world. And let's talk about searching for that flow. About curiosity, uncertainty, and excitement. Trying new trails. Maybe failed. Full stop. Then, let's talk about trying once again. Never give up. Push yourself further. Seek progression. So that you can ride here and over there. So that you can ride in all kinds of weather. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the winter. Deep into the woods. Because when you're a mountain biker, there's always a new landscape to explore. New trails, new adventures, new friends. It may be that some uphills require a little extra, but the prize may be never ending downhill. So let's talk about standing over there, the start of a single track, sharing the stoke with your best friends. Maybe you're a little nervous before you release the brakes. So let's talk about finding that right balance, the focus, the speed and the joy. And let's talk about finding the mastery, the endorphins, the euphoria, and the adrenaline. Let's just talk about this, about finding the natural flow, keeping flow, enjoying the flow, being the flow. Welcome to nature.
Hill flips off Trump. Burr obviously married Hill as the ultimate virtue signal, like a bended knee to BLM. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but Google is free, and you can just kind of use it if you have access to the internet, right? So, one quick Google search. All I did, when did Bill Burr marry Nia Hill? 2013. They've been married for 10 years, right? Trump didn't become president until 2016. He didn't run until 2015. Biden didn't run until 2020. So, his play was apparently 10 years before Trump was going to walk into a random UFC event. Bill Burr was like, fuck it, let me marry a black woman. Because then in 10 years at the UFC event, we're going to really get down on him this time, man. We're going to really fucking flip Trump off behind his back. These people are just fucking ridiculous, man. It's insane. Like, this is legitimate insanity. It's literally the same fucking thing as the, like, liberal blue hair SJWs that everybody's made fun of for years that are crying, you know, you can't see that. It's the same fucking thing. They're doing the same thing. They're having the same argument. They're crying over the same shit. If Bill Burr had any fucking sense, he'd have his lawyer filing divorce paperwork Monday. His wife has destroyed his comedy career. Imagine letting a soft 4 gold-digging idiot ruin a career that took you 25 years to build. Tells you how low his self-esteem is. Says the guy tweeting about him on Twitter who doesn't know him. It's actually also funny, too, because these, like, you know,